Persaingan untuk mendapatkan apron masih berlanjut. 29 kontestan harus melalui babak bootcamp.
Aku tuh nggak nyangka bisa lolos audisi, terus masuk ke bootcamp.
Aku sudah siap banget untuk memberi yang terbaik untuk challenge kali ini karena aku pengen mendapatkan apron yang ada nama aku.
Ini setnya kayaknya koboi-koboi, terus bajuku juga udah pakai baju koboi. Kira-kira ngapain ya?
Selamat datang di Lido Music and Art Center, LMAC, kawasan ekonomi khusus Lido. Kali ini dengan tema Cowboy Festival, khusus kami siapkan untuk bootcamp kalian di season 11 ini. Saat ini kami sudah bersama special guest, His Excellency U.S. Ambassador to Indonesia, Mr. Sang Yong Kim.
Senang banget sih bisa ketemu Ambassador Kim, dan ini untuk pertama kalinya aku bisa ketemu.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Ambassador Kim, glad to have you again with us here, but this time outdoor bootcamp for MasterChef Indonesia Season 11. Tentunya kita sangat bangga ya, Ambassador Kim mau meluangkan waktunya untuk kalian semua. The Bootcamp Season 11 ini. So, you guys have to be excited, yeah, and give your best.
Thank you very much, Chef. I'm delighted to be back, Chef, and excited to see everyone. I really enjoyed my appearance at the final episode of the last season to introduce Alaskan seafood. And this time I'm back and even more excited because we'll be introducing high-quality beef from the great state of Nebraska from the United States of America. It's going to be wonderful, and I'm expecting you guys to perform up to your highest standards so that we can all enjoy great U.S. beef on this episode.
Meskipun aku dari Amerika, aku sering banget nyobain berbagai beef, terutama New York. Sedangkan Nebraska aku belum pernah.
Kira-kira kayak gimana tuh ya beef from Nebraska? Karena saya biasanya masak beef from Pasar Senen.
Seperti yang sudah dikatakan oleh Ambassador Kim sebelumnya, beef from Nebraska adalah bahan yang harus kalian olah untuk tantangan bootcamp kali ini. Tapi sebelum kita langsung ke tantangannya, yang pasti kalian harus belajar terlebih dahulu mengenai apa itu beef from Nebraska. Dan juga bagaimana cara merawat sapi ternak agar mendapatkan kualitas daging yang terbaik. Dan this is your lucky day karena kalian akan belajar langsung dari para peternaknya. So please welcome the real family ranchers coming all the way from Nebraska, Audra and Matt Allen.
Ngelihat Matt and Audra masuk itu kayak keren banget, kayak beneran ngelihat peternak di Harvest Moon beneran.
Howdy! Well, thank you. Hello, my name is Matt Allen, and for 7 generations we have been ranching in the Sandhills of Nebraska. And I'm proud to continue that legacy with my wife, Audra, and our 3 children.
It's very nice to meet you. We're very thankful to be here with you today. We brought with us some hats that we'd like to share with you. These are hats that we wear as ranchers and fellow Nebraskans.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Looking good, looking good.
Well, thank you so much for coming all the way here so you can share all your culture and heritage. These are very lucky people in front of you. We are so honored to have you here. And thank you so much for the hats. I love it. Now I really want to go to Nebraska.
You're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Could you tell us more, well, tell them especially about the way you raise your cattle to get this quality of beef that we have now?
Oh, that's an easy one. At Whitewater, along with many of the ranches in Nebraska, our herds have carefully been developed with sound management, progressive breeding, and a nutrition-guided, performance-based feeding. And not only do we care for our livestock and the well-being of our cattle, as ranching professionals, we take how we handle our cattle very seriously. And for 7 generations, we have been ranching in the Sandhills of Nebraska to provide more pounds of beef per acre while utilizing fewer natural resources than ever before.
Ternyata mereka ini sudah punya peternakan 7 generasi di Nebraska.
7 generation.
Impressive, huh?
Yes. 7 generasi melakukan ranching ini with the right value, dalam artian cara nge-raise-nya, membesarkannya, feedingnya, dan lain sebagainya itu is a very hard work, you know.
So hard work isn't the only thing that we pass along to our children. We also like to teach them very important and valuable skills that they can use on the ranch and also have fun with. In fact, we brought ropes with us all the way from Nebraska, and we'd like to teach you all how to rope if you'd like to learn.
Sebelum kita mulai untuk hal yang lebih serius, bagaimana kita fun games dulu? Oke, kita akan coba learning how to rope. First, Matt and Audra gonna show you how, then we're gonna try. So you don't get them by their neck.
Not if they have horns.
Okay.
Because they're easier to handle. But now we will show you how we typically start when someone is learning how to rope. We start with a simple bucket. So, who would like to learn how to rope? Oh.
Waktu kecil saya sering nonton film koboi. Jadi saya mau coba gimana rasanya jadi koboi. Berhasil apa tidak?
Andre nyoba, malah gagal lagi. Malu.
Wah, dikit lagi nih. Kalau manusia di depannya mungkin bisa.
Who's next? You!
Giliran aku muter-muterin tali, ternyata berat juga itu tali. Pas aku lempar, gak kena juga. Ternyata sama juga sama Andre.
Alright, hold on. Let's see Audra.
Okay.
Who else wants to try? You!
Aku dipilih nih. Wah, itu deg-degan banget. Harus berhasil dong, kalau nggak malu aku. Baru pertama kali nyoba berhasil dong. Wah, itu bangga banget, happy banget pokoknya.
Good job. Here you go.
You know what? I don't do buckets. I'll go straight to the cow. This is how I rope my cow. Come here, boy. Come here. Good boy. Now sit.
Aduh, Chef Renata. Aku kira mau roping bareng. Kayak gitu aku juga bisa, Chef.
Thank you so much, Matt and Audra. We learned a lot from you already, but we have another special guest who's going to teach all of you what you need to learn about raising cattle, about different meat cuts, and everything you want to know about beef from Nebraska. Professor Emeritus of Animal Science at the University of Nebraska, Chris Calkins, is the premier expert in the United States and possibly globally, and you get to learn from him today.
Bootcamp kali ini spesial banget ya kelihatannya. Soalnya tamu-tamunya itu spesial semua. Dan aku excited banget buat dapetin ilmu baru dari mereka. Challenge-nya beef yang datang profesor. Suruh ngapain ya? Neliti dagingnya.
Not only is Professor Calkins world-renowned for his expertise in meat quality and beef cuts, he conducted muscle profiling research that led to the creation of a new beef cut, including the Flatiron steak, which has an annual economic impact of over $1 billion.
Oh, beliau yang nyiptain Flatiron steak? Wah, ini kehormatan banget sih bisa ketemu beliau langsung. Profesor, angkat aku jadi muridmu dong.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. I am so honored to be here. Thank you to the celebrity judges who are here as well. And I am delighted to represent the United States and the great state of Nebraska. You know, Nebraska is one of 50 states, and we're known as the beef state. If you were going to create a place to grow quality beef, you would create Nebraska. We have the land. Over half of our state is used as cattle pastures. So we have place for all those animals that we talked about. Not only did we have the right number of animals, but we have the right breeds, the right kinds of animals to build quality into the product. And our secret ingredient is corn. U.S. cattle are finished on corn. And in Nebraska, we grow the corn that we feed our cattle in feedlots so that they develop that awesome marbling. Marbling are those little flecks of fat that are inside the muscle. They're the ones that give you that sweet, succulent taste when that marbling comes from corn. And finally, all of the product that comes here in Indonesia is certified to meet the halal requirements. If it doesn't meet the requirements, we don't ship. We're happy to be here.
And of course, we're going to learn a lot more after this. Right, Professor?
I hope so, yes.
I agree. This episode is great. It's going to be educational and fun at the same time. So before I go, I want to thank again our ranchers from Nebraska, Matt and Audra, and of course Professor Calkins for representing the United States and the great state of Nebraska and helping you have a wonderful time this episode. I regret that I cannot stay to taste your food, but I'm counting on you to perform at your top level this episode.
Well, that's too bad you can't stay until the very end of the challenge, but we are still very grateful for your presence here today. Thank you so much. And we really hope that we can meet again, hopefully maybe in Nebraska.
Sounds perfect. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you banget untuk Ambassador Kim udah datengin tamu-tamu spesial dan aku bisa dapat ilmu-ilmu banyak.
Thank you Ambassador Kim udah jauh-jauh datang ke sini.
Baiklah, sudah banyak fun dan education yang kalian terima. Jadi sudah jelas, tantangan kalian di bootcamp kali ini adalah Beef from Nebraska. Tentunya kita akan dipandu oleh Professor Calkins yang akan memberikan more explanation about the beef dan juga cara untuk mengolah beef from Nebraska ini untuk menjadi potongan yang terbaik atau yang kita inginkan. Professor Calkins, would you do the honor to help them demonstrate how to process this beef from Nebraska?
I would be pleased. Thank you so much.
Please.
Ini Profesor Calkins mau demo nih. Pasti kita disuruh ngolah flat ironnya, aku takut banget.
Semoga demo kali ini aku bisa cerna baik-baik, amati baik-baik gimana cara Profesor Calkins demoin tentang flat iron.
I'm delighted to tell you about U.S. beef, corn-fed beef with that succulent, great flavor. You know, it's important to recognize that all beef in the United States is inspected for wholesomeness and safety by a government employee, not an employee of the meat plant. So we know we have integrity in that system. And then we have halal certification on top of that. In the US, our beef is graded based on how much marbling is present. The highest grade is prime, that's the best you can get, then choice, and then select. When we talk about those muscles and how best to cook and use those muscles, it depends on how the animal is raised. When we get the product, then we begin to look at the carcass and say, how can we identify the best place to get steaks? Most of the time, the rib, where we get rib eyes, the loin, where we get T-bones and porterhouse, the tenderloin, and then the sirloin region, this is where we get our steaks. We call that the middle meats. Those are the portions of the carcass responsible for structure, for posture. The parts that do the work, moving the forelegs and the hind legs, which is the chuck and the round, generally we think of those areas as being a little bit less tender. Fortunately, within the chuck, not every muscle is responsible for moving the animal around. Some of the muscles just do this.